Thank you for joining us. To date, 87% of S&P 500 companies have reported earnings, and nearly all of them are providing dismal guidance for the immediate future. One, however, continues to deliver good news. Lululemon reported earnings this week, and the company posted better than expected numbers for earnings and revenue. Todd, what is Lululemon's secret?
Yeah, great question, because right now they're not just catering to the female demographic, they're also catering to the male demographic. They have a number of new products that are coming out. But what's unique about this stock is that over the last 8 quarters of their earnings release, they've seen the stock gyrate almost 6%. There's a lot of volatility, a lot of options trading that's taking place with this stock. Not quite sure why it's this one particular, but maybe it has the lighter volumes to do with it. But the stock's trading at $300 a share right now. It's got a wonderful track record, but what's really cool about this company is that their forward guidance is just magical. It's very bullish. They're expecting not just seeing double-digit growth earnings from the earnings side and also the profit side, but they're expecting to expand globally at a rate that companies would just cut off their arm for. So going forward, that's what investors, if you're looking for a bullish side right now or something to invest in, that's the area to look at.
They definitely have an international audience. Toby, are you bullish on Lululemon?
Well, I am for a couple of reasons, but here's the caution first off. Number one, they've converted their business model from, forget about the store, 75% of their sales are direct to consumer,
right,
which means that guess what? They are getting a much higher margin. That's fantastic. The hard part of this is that it's a brand that's known in North America. And as soon as you go out to other parts of the country, or the world, I should say, building a brand is very expensive. It takes a lot of time, and this is a high-end brand. High-end brands typically are known to the higher-end customer around the world, and maybe that's what's going to help them. But I will tell you, they have a new line of golf shirts and golf pants.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, you put the golf pants on, and even an old dude like man, I'm looking pretty good in that freaking stuff. I'm telling you. So, I think they are a good chance to make it. And at the high end, we don't have any problem with discretionary spending.
So they definitely added menswear. They also have the mirror where you can work out, the electronic reflection. And they really are trying to put together outfits that you can take from working out to the office. It's something that you're seeing, getting a lot of traction also in Europe. So Jordan, it's really hard to see these COVID winners and then, coming out of the pandemic, a re-winner. Do you think with launching some additional products, that's kind of what set them apart?
Well, you know what? Lululemon's a great brand. It's an aspirational brand is what I call it. Everyone wants to own a piece. If many people can't afford it, but if you were going to get a gift, man, everyone would like that as a gift. The problem I have with it is a couple. Number one, I found it early and didn't stick with it. The other problem is it's very expensive. And the third problem is, unlike Tobin, I don't know, I still aspire to look good in that stuff. So, I think it's just really expensive. It's a great brand. And it's a kind of company that you want to try to find, on some sort of earnings disappointment when it comes in for you. But really quality, high quality. They're hard to buy cheap. I give them a ton of credit. And I smack myself every once in a while for not sticking with it when I first found this thing maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, but this is one of those companies, though, right now, Jordan, that they are a brand right now. Toby said it best here in North America. They are expanding, but they are showing that growth. One thing about a lot of companies, especially when it comes to the clothing side, they get stuck in their ways. They just stay within that one model. Here, Lululemon is actually thinking out of the box. They're going after that male demographic. I mean, think about who controls the finances in the household. It's always going to be the woman. She's going to spend money for little Johnny for school, maybe save, she'll spend for herself and maybe a couple bucks for the husband if there's anything left. But they're always going to look, and they're going to buy items that are there, and they're going to stick to those brands. And now you have another part of the American family household that's actually going to be able to wear this stuff. I see a big growth story here. I think this is something that they really should be much more proactive in marketing, because especially in a world right now where there's so much uncertainty, they seem to have it right.
Toby, do you think their growth is sustainable?
Yeah, well, again, two things. There's sustainable growth, and then there's sustainable margins. And what makes Lululemon unique is that when I bought the $195 pants, they probably have about $15 of product cost in there to actually make them. And of course, they're made in Vietnam, right? So, they would do better if I buy it from them directly than me from my golf shop, which I bought at the golf shop. And so if they're going to expand, what makes them magic is that because of that 75% direct consumer, they're getting top line growth and they're getting margin expansion. That's very unique. Now, the question is how long, and I am not an expert in clothing. I'm an expert. I'm wearing an Armani jacket that I bought 20 years ago, okay? So but I believe in... Yeah, I believe in buying Sports. High quality, right? And then beyond that, clothes go in and out of fashion. I will tell you though, if you ever go into a Trader Joe's about 9:30 in the morning, half of the women are in there in their Lululemons, and it's a lot of fun to go shop at that time.
Well, fantastic insight, gentlemen. Have you purchased your electric vehicle yet? If not, there's one American company that thinks you will, and they are betting it's not going to be a Tesla. Which car company are we talking about? Stay right here to find out.